guys. Hi,
Hrachik.
Hello. How are you today, Hrachik?
This time I hear
What about your mood?
Oh, my mood is great, guys. This is so exciting. This is something new for us, right? This kind of event.
I know, right?
Yeah, totally
so
right.
excited.
Yeah, absolutely. So, how are you feeling?
Oh, just fine.
Incredible. I think it's a great emotion, great feeling when you never used to do that before. That's a great experience.
Yeah.
Something like a discovery. Yeah. And I hope that we'll enjoy it at full capacity. So we are looking forward.
I'm pretty sure that Tat is here. Tatu, are you here?
I'm here, guys.
Are you here?
Hey, dude.
Well, hello.
Can you hear us well?
I'm here, guys.
Okay, we're happy to see you here.
Yeah, okay.
Welcome to the interview.
By the way, yeah, I love you guys. I love all of you. This is awesome. Thank you very much. We have 75 people here. We see 75 people, but actually there are way more people who are listening to this conversation through the web link. So there are like more people. I don't know how many of us right now, but at least 75. Thank you so much for coming. This is awesome.
Yoo-hoo! Great.
Right. So,
Thanks to you for coming. Thanks to you for your will to answer the most frequently questions and for your engagement and help in the organization of this interview. Thank you very much. So, guys, it seems that we can get it started.
great.
Yeah? Okay.
We will start the question immediately. As we know, we have recently asked the community members to share the question they would like to ask you if they had a chance to. So we picked frequently asked questions and would like to get some answers today. Before asking about the app and the features, we'd like to know more about you as the founders of the social platform. So let's get started with the general questions.
Okay, so one of the most frequent questions was like, have you guys known each other before all of this ever started?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me answer the question. Yes, I'd like to be first because I think that, like you have Amazon and you can order something, right? So I was the one who ordered Hrachik because Hrachik is my brother, and I was asking my parents to give me a brother for a couple of years, and then they delivered the brother to me, so I ordered him.
Yeah, now I feel like
order indeed.
Yeah, pack of shoes, All right, so yeah, we know each other. We know each other. I'm 32 years, so we know each other for 32 years now, and we have been doing a lot of things together as brothers. Then we started creating things together, and we started our first company together when I was 16 and Tat was 18. That was 16 years ago. And since then, it's 16 years that we're creating different things together because we just love doing things together.
Great. So
really
now we know
sounds very inspirational.
You are brothers. Yeah, but what about you, Mary?
I think it's a different story in terms of me because I got to know guys about 6 months ago. It's a very long story to tell you, but I try to make it short because I know lots of community members who are really interested about this story. So, about 6 months ago, I was working on my own project, and I was looking for a person who could help me in terms of the project execution, in terms of the project development, etc. And, you know, I ran across a post in a Startup Women Facebook group. That post was created by a girl. Her name was Emilia. And she agreed to help me in terms of my project that is connected with the mobile application. That is a mobile application for people with disabilities. And she helped me a lot in terms of interfaces, in terms of design for the app, for the potential app. And, you know, finally it turns out that Emilia was a wife of Tat. And it was, yeah, it's a long story between this, but finally we got to know each other, and Tat suggested me to try it out to work in Wieky as a community manager, and I was happy to accept this offer because I was loved to try a new experience. Moreover, I think that this experience is very reasonable for my project, and I decided to try it out, and I don't regret about this.
So cool, and we love you.
That's a short story, but I tried to make it a bit shorter.
So, guys. Yeah. What does each of you work on in Wieky? Like, what's your task?
All right, let me start.
Okay.
Yeah. So first of all, we live with Wieky. I mean, this is not, this is not work for us. This is how we live. So all of us do everything we can do to make Wieky better every day. That's the main thing we do. But if you want to hear more about specific things we do, my role is more about product and vision of the product and what's the next for Wieky and how do we make bigger steps to achieve to bring the values that we're trying to bring to our community. This is the thing. So the key thing for me is to think about values, why people come to Wieky, and what do we do to deliver these values better and faster to the whole community. That's my part. Tat?
Okay, Tat.
Yes, I am thinking more about people. I helped Mari with community management. Before Mari came to the team, I was trying to do what she's doing, and I was doing it poorly. Now Mari is doing it great, and also I am analyzing numbers, so putting a lot of time into understanding how people use the app, what works, what not, talking to most active of you, that there are a lot of people in my messages, and I talk to people a lot to understand how Wieky works and how to make it better.
Okay.
Mari?
Yeah, thanks for the great answer. As for me, my tasks are directly relevant to community management, the way we all masterminds, me and moderators try to help our community members, the way we analyze, we can bring more value in the community. So it's kind of both research and community experience. Let me say like that.
Okay.
Great.
So guys and Mari, what kind of books do you usually read?
I read topics on Wieky.
I love audiobooks and everything related to audio. So I listen to books and I listen to a lot of podcasts. That's my source of information, inspiration, and so on. So I'm a podcast nerd.
Okay, nice.
As for me, I like different genres of books.
Go ahead.
Sorry for the interruption. As for me, I like different genres of books. For instance, some scientific books about technology, or some books that are able to change your outlook itself. For instance, I love a book written by Jan Martel. Is a book Life of Pi. It's really a well-known bestseller in the world. So that is my favorite one. And I know that our community members know this book very, very well, especially community members from India, Pakistan. Yeah, and the movie is fabulous. Both movie and the book.
Yeah, as for me, guys, if seriously, except the topics from Wikipedia, I'd say that one of my main passions in life is science and understanding how things work and understanding the universe and understanding how everything started. So things I'm learning about mainly are, technology and mobile applications and so on. Things I learn about are astrophysics and some biology, that kind of stuff. Just trying to understand how our world started. This is my passion. So that's what I read about.
Interesting. That's really complicated.
That's why it's so interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So, who's your favorite musician? We will start with Hrachik. Sorry.
Yeah, by the way, I saw some people were asking how my name is pronounced. It's Hrachik. So you did it well.
Hrachik. That's easier.
Yeah. Oh, perfect, man. Perfect. That's how native Armenians call my name. Thank you. So, favorite musician. That's hard. I'm very much into jazz. Probably one of the main musicians I love is Avishai Cohen. If you know the guy, I can write his name down right now. You should listen to his music. So it's Avishai Cohen. Yeah, check out this guy. He's brilliant. And I can talk about music a lot, so maybe we can do another session about music. Let's start with this one for me.
Okay. So, Marie?
Yeah, in terms of my favorite musicians, I like Lisa Gerrard. Perhaps you have ever heard about this musician. It's the Australian musician. Those soundtracks were used in the movie Gladiator. She was singing a song that's called Now We Are Free. That was created by Hans Zimmer. So I think that Hans Zimmer and Lisa Gerrard are my favorite musicians. And I was happy to know that lots of Wikis know them. And sometimes I even run across some topics with these names, very often, perhaps 5 times a week even, I see these names on the feed, and it's really great to see that. Tat, what about you?
Okay, Tat.
Oh, I love all sorts of music. I love rhythm, so I love jazz, but I also love rock music, including heavy music. I love folk music, African, Middle Eastern, that sort of, rhythms which touch my heart.
Great.
Awesome. Okay. We would also like to know, what's your top dream, guys? Let's start with Tat.
My top dream. I have a simple dream. I want a healthy and happy family. I have 2 kids, 2 daughters, and I want them to be healthy and happy. And one of the things that I think we can do, as a mission, we should leave the world a better place than it used to be before our kids were born. So in our, inside our lifetime, we should make the world more safe, more transparent, and more connected across all the nations and cultures and so on. That's why I love Waiki so much, because it's making the borders disappear, the states disappear. You see a lot of people that you would never meet otherwise, and it's just making it's a small model of the world that I would love to see in the future, when there are no nations, no cultures. There are all sort of cultures, but people interact with each other, people find each other, and I think that would be the world where I would love my children to live.
So true. Okay, Hrachik?
Yeah, I think I'm putting so much energy in Waiki that probably my dream would be connected to this mission of Waiki. Look, the world is, even though we're becoming more connected, we have all these telephones and WhatsApp and Snapchat, all the stuff, Facebook. But the more we have all this technology, the more people feel lonely around the world. 30 years ago, people in the United States, average person in the United States was answering the question, how many close friends do you have? Average American person was answering that he has 3 friends, close people. Today, in 2018, average American says that he has no friends, like 0. And this is huge. This is a huge problem for the world. And in some countries, in some European countries, they started to create these ministers of loneliness to solve the loneliness problem. This is a very big issue in our world, because people have all these people around, but they feel very lonely. And I feel that, in these specific moments in life when we feel like, even though we have families and friends around, we still feel lonely. We still feel like we're alone on the planet. At those moments, there are 7 billion people around, and I'm pretty sure that there are millions of people who could be those soulmates for you at that moment, but you don't know them. So I think that this is our mission, and this is what I really dream of, to solve this problem. When you feel lonely, you need to have this app or something, some way to find the person who will make you feel not so lonely at that specific moment. But that's why we're doing this, and I hope at some point we'll get there. We see many people who are happy with Waiki, but we also see that there are many people who can't find their friends on Waiki, and that's tough. I hope we'll be doing our job better, so more people will never feel lonely again.
We all hope so. Okay, Mary, what's your top dream?
It was a great dream indeed. As for my dream, it seems I've got lots of them, but in terms of the main ones, since my childhood, I had a dream that was related to make people happy and to make the world without poverty. So I would like my homeland Armenia, not to face a problem of poverty, and I'd like to make people happy in terms of a full satisfaction of their lives, in terms of my homeland, Armenia. In terms of another dream, perhaps it's related to my project. I've already mentioned that in the previous question. To develop the project that would be able to help blind people, that would help them learn 4 languages all over the world, to let them feel independent happy, and pleased every day. So I hope that in the nearest future, I would be able to make that happen.
May all your dreams come true.
Thank you very much.
So this question is going to Hrachik. How did you came up with this idea? Wiki.
Okay, so yeah, Wiki. Initially, Wiki started. Many of you know that this app started as a totally different app, social alarm clock, where people could wake up each other, and that was how initially we started. And that was like, we just started it because I had a problem. I couldn't wake up in the morning, and I needed something to help me wake up. And all our alarm clocks did not work for me, so I came up with the idea that if I had to talk to someone, then it could wake me up, because if you're talking to someone, you need to turn on your brain. That's how the funny idea of people talking in the morning started, and it was great. It was fun. But let me answer this question about the current Wiki. This app is created by the community. I mean, we started alarm clock, but then people who were using our app started asking for different ways of talking to each other. Like, hey, we like the alarm clock, but we also want to wish good night to each other. Or, hey, I love wake-up calls, but I also want to sing songs to people, and it doesn't matter if it's morning or evening. So let me call and sing to people all the time. So we saw that people want to have millions of ways of calling each other, millions of different conversations. That's when we started to, give this bigger opportunity to the community. And as you can see today, wake-up calls are very, very small part of the product. Mainly people do other kinds of calls. So we all together came up with the idea of Wiki. It's not me or Tat or anyone else. It's the whole community's idea.
Okay, this one's for Tat. How have you chosen your Wiki team members?
We fall in love with them. Like with Marie. Yeah, really. So I think that we have the best people that we met in our lives in the team. And some of them were people who we knew for years, but couldn't convince them to join us for a while, and then they understood that we're building something really great and then joined us. Some joined before Wiki, so as you know, Hrachik and I started our first startup when we were very young. So some people joined us before Wiki, and then we created. And we're in love with all the people who are here. And I think that it's very important that we always kind of, I don't know if it's right or not, but we always kind of try to have personal characteristics higher than professional. So if you are a great professional, but personally, culturally, you don't fit, then we would hesitate. So yeah, we fall in love with people. And it's a small team, so it's 12 people only on the team. So yeah.
Okay, nice. So you all know each other.
Exactly, of course. We're spread all around the world, so people are working from their places, the places where they love being, sometimes moving to other countries while working on Wiki. And yeah, only 12 people.
Okay.
So that means that we all know. Sorry for the interruption. It means that we all know and love each other.
That's
Okay. So I have seen many Team Wiki accounts, and nearly all of them are from different locations. So how does Wiki as a team operate?
Yeah, let me continue, because I just mentioned it. People are located in different countries. Everyone has their place of power, of inspiration, where they feel great and work, the most efficiently. So people working from their homes, and we gather together every other month and see each other face to face in different locations. And sometimes we take our families, our pets, children, everything, and move to some nice place for 2 months and just work together from one house. And it's usually a very fun time, when we have all the families around, and it's really great.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this one is really important. What was a big dream or ambition the Wiki team had, but they had to give it up because financial or other issues?
Oh, come on. Are you serious here? Look, this dreams are all about, that's why you have dreams. You never give up on dreams. We never give up on any dream. There are a lot of problems we face every day. And of course, we might have financial issues or any others. But look, if that's your dream, you need to find a way to get there. And that's what we do every day. So building this kind of product is not easy. And as you know, we don't have advertisements. We don't have, premium paid accounts, nothing. But we really believe that, solving the problem of loneliness is a big dream, and you don't want to give up on that. Just like people who created first airplanes, they didn't have millions or something. They just had the dream, and everyone was saying that you're idiots. People can't fly, but those guys made it happen, and I hope we're just like them, and all together we'll get there.
So we're still about money, okay? So how does Wiki earn money? Really, how does Wiki earn money? It is free and it doesn't show any ads. And I believe it doesn't sell our data, right? So
of course, absolutely.
Is Wiki sponsored by someone?
Yeah, let me start with the selling data. Of course, we will never sell any personal information of our community. We're not here for that. We're doing something bigger than, this wrong methods of making money. It's not something we're interested in. Yes, we hate advertisements. We believe that, while we can, we need to skip using advertisements, because this is not the most elegant way of making money. Of course, you need money to support the Wiki, but advertisement is something like, I don't know, it feels like you don't respect your community if you're just showing things they don't want to see. So that's why we don't do ads. So for now we don't make money. We have some money because we have investors. So we have some investment that help us support Wiki. We're burning this money. So at some point we will need to create a way to make some money to pay salaries, to pay for servers. Wiki is pretty expensive. We have over 50 servers to support Wiki and to make it work fast. And we have a team of 12 who need to have food for their families. So we spend some money. But so far, our focus is not on money. We believe that the bigger vision the problem of loneliness is something that needs our focus today. We want to focus on this before we spend our times on making money. I hope that answers your question.
Great. That's deep.
Okay, but the real question here, will Waiki eventually have advertisements? Since it's so expensive, we can imagine.
No, we will try to find other ways to monetize. So we want to, Hrachik and I both, we hate advertising model, just personally. So we will do our best, and we will be asking you guys, the power users, people who use it a lot and who love the product. We will be talking to you about how can we make money. And we hope that you will be helping us.
Oh, okay. We will think about it.
Cool. I know that there are so many smart people in this community that we can solve anything, any challenge that we have in front of us, because when you're building any other business, you don't have these great involved and engaged people who you just can go and talk to. And especially because the platform is a communication platform, we can just hop on and ask questions. And many of you have spoken to me on the phone. Just a couple of days ago, I was asking about the calling screen, and I was just creating a topic and talking to random members of the community, and they gave a lot of good ideas. So in that terms, I think that together we can find elegant and nice, more nice and interesting solutions than ads.
Cool. So since Waiki's purpose has gone beyond just waking users up, but also social interaction, give and take advice, will they change the app's name to reflect its true purpose?
Maybe we don't accept that, but it's not. The name is not the most important thing, so we don't spend time on thinking about that at the moment.
Yeah, let me add to this. We think of names, guys. I mean, names of products are the way you feel about names of companies or products or apps is once you know the product, you feel differently about the word. Think of Apple. I mean, you never think of fruits when you talk about iPhones. Think of Windows. I mean, do you really think of Windows in the building when you talk about Microsoft Windows? No, right? That never happens. So, I mean, Waiki is a fun word. I think it's a nice name. It's something like, okay, it's not anymore about alarm clocks, but hey, you don't think about alarm clocks when you say Waiki. You think about the community, the people you met here. That's what's important. So we don't want to spend time on, changing the name of the app. Why do you need to do that?
Right. So, let's go deeper, right? When will we be able to delete an account with a button?
Yes. The answer is yes. I know that there are people who want to delete the app and the account, and that's an issue, and that takes part of the time of our support team. And we want to make it easier for everyone to delete their personal data. So yeah, this is one of the next priorities. I think we will roll out this option in the next few weeks. So yeah, keep in touch. I hope you will not delete your accounts though, but we will definitely provide that button.
It's mysterious button.
Hey Okay, guys, I wanted to ask the community, people who are with us, listening to us. I see there are 100 people in the club, and there are probably a few more hundreds who are listening via the web link. So are you guys like, is this interesting? Do you enjoy the conversation? Is this what you wanted to hear? Just make some noise, write some comments. Let us know that you need this or not. Are we doing something good or not? Guys,
it's not easy. It's not easy to read when all of you are typing. But I can say it's mostly positive messages.
Okay. Thank you for the reaction, guys. That's so cool.
Okay, Tat, why is that not available to share pictures on the feed?
Yes, pictures. Because pictures bring some problems, and we wanted to be focused on what people say and what people write. That's why we decided not to have pictures, at least yet. It's not something that we plan to do, because we think that we can have our authentic and Waiki style feed, which is rich enough to not have pictures.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I also wanted to add that, we make people focus more on voice, because people on Waiki make millions of calls with each other, millions. You can have these photos, videos, having these funny, pictures on the feed and spend your time on that. But we believe that you can do that in other places, and that's not the mission of Waiki. The mission of Waiki to help you find your friends, right? So when you talk to people, when you hear their voice, when you have all these emotions with someone, this is so much more important. So we feel like people fall in love with each other not because of photos they post, but because of how they think, how they talk. So we encourage our community to talk to each other, to connect with people, not to just scroll the feed with photos. You can do that on Instagram, but this place is about meeting people.
That's right. That's what makes Waiki really unique.
Yeah. All right. Waiki team has considered the idea of adding a downvote feature as well, but it didn't add it. What was the reason for that?
Yeah, downvote. It's not something that we actively refuse to do, reject to do, but it didn't get enough support to have it as a priority. So we think that by giving likes, we can see a number of positive energy that people give to some topics or comments, and we think that at this point that's enough. We are thinking about redesigning the whole comment section, which might bring upvote and downvote instead of likes. So maybe when we redesign it completely, it will appear there. At this point, just adding downvote with likes would not make sense, would not fit the product well. So we're thinking more about deeper redesign of the comment section, which might take time, and that's why it's not the highest priority right now.
Yeah, I think
we have those people who always random like in any topic, in any comment.
Right.
Noisy, but what about dislike? It will be,
We'll let's say let's do it this way. We will definitely. I will write this down, and we will definitely talk about this in the internally. Okay.
Okay, great.
Cool.
So.
Okay.
Must be okay, go ahead.
I wanted to say one more thing. The last call when the clubs were just introduced, they were only secret clubs. I had a call in one of the Arabic clubs, and they gave a lot of suggestions, like what you're saying right now about downvotes, and we were discussing them. And a few of those suggestions are already in the app. For example, when you can restrict commenting of your own topic, that one was an idea that I got from that call. And also one more thing, I don't remember which one was that, but I think that 2 or 3 things were there, which we made. So we are attentively listening to the community, and when we feel that it's something that would add value to for a lot of people, we definitely consider building it.
Okay, great. Okay, so we would like to know how to stop people from giving you 1-star rating, even when they really enjoy the conversation. That happens a lot.
What's the question exactly? How to stop people from giving you 1 star?
Yeah.
So there are a couple of ways to approach this. One of the ways is ignoring some of the 1 stars. So when the system understands that the 1-star rating is not relevant, for example, you are a good user, not getting a lot of 1 stars from everyone, the conversation didn't even start, and someone is just rating you 1 star, the system will ignore that 1 star and would not count it in your rating. You remember that ratings were a lot lower about 8-9 months ago, and we redesigned them. And one of the big things was that we were ignoring some of the 1 stars that the system thinks that is not relevant. So one of the ways to approach it is just ignoring that. 1 stars are very important because they give a lot of information about bad usage. You know that on Wakelet, it's an open system. Everyone can sign up. And there are some people who are trolling and who are using the app inappropriately. And we shall have community help to understand and to detect those people as soon as possible, so that we protect people, the majority, from that bad experience. So we desperately need this 1 star. That's why we cannot just ignore it or not pay attention to 1 star. So we kind of balance and try to understand when the complaint is relevant or not. We've made some progress in this, but I think that the work here has only started, and we shall do a lot of updates to find the ideal balance between to understand the complaints better. So we're in the beginning of the road here.
Okay.
We're still about it. What about it's just a suggestion from me about the 1 star? If the user choose 1 star, so he will see he have to put an answer like, why did you rate him 1 star? He has to. If he doesn't answer, it
wouldn't count.
Yes. That's a good thought. Random. Yes, that's a good thought. And I like it. We want people to, we want people to give more ratings. That's why it's possible to give 1 star without choosing the reason of complaint. But I think that what you're saying might really work. So I'm writing it down right now, and we will try to test it. Okay?
Great.
So useful to have interviews, indeed. I mean, it's very useful to have such interviews, not just because of exchange of questions and answers, but in terms of the product improvement.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's great.
I hope on the next call we will have some of the features or problems that you are mentioning already solved.
I hope so. Right. So, what will we see in the next Waiki world? Like, what's your future expectations in the development of Waiki?
Let's let Hrachik respond to this one.
Yeah, that's my question for sure. So yeah, we are going to try many new things that people asked us for, and also there are some things that we have some ideas that we have came up with, and we want to show our ideas to you. One of the things that's going to be tested really soon is a separate feed for your faves posts and your clubs posts. That's what many people asked us for, and we're going to introduce this to some part of the community really soon, and to see if they like it or not. And if people like it, then we will introduce this to everyone. So you can find posts of people who are important for you on a different feed, and you'll never lose their topics. There are other things that are about the same, about keeping your connections to people who are important for you. For example, we are going to add some special types of topics in the feed. For example, if your close friend from Waiki has a birthday, you will see a special topic about his birthday in your feed, and you can congratulate him right there. Or if your friend has created his topic number 1000, you definitely want to know about that and say, hey, you're doing great. That kind of things. So most things that we are going to do next are about, making it easier to keep your friends close to you, to know what your friends are doing, and to talk to them more. This is one of them. As I said, our goal is to help our community meet each other and create great, real friendships. So we want to help you do it in a more easy way. Because right now, sometimes it's hard to communicate with your friends because it's not easy. You're out of the app, they post something and you never know about it. We want to change this.
Okay, nice. We really look forward to it. Okay, since you guys made this awesome app, could you please tell us some tips or advices on how to be like you?
No. No advices for that. You don't want to be like us. you want to be like you guys.
Yeah, right. But we also want to be successful like you,
Oh yeah, we can talk about success, but I believe that, first of all, success is not the same thing for all people. Okay, we are different. Everyone has his own understanding of when he feels great. You know what's success, and success is not about money. It's about being happy, being in comfort with yourself. So I think that for each one of us, the main thing is to understand yourself, and which is more hard, to accept yourself. And that's where your success comes. I mean, when you accept yourself, you can just be you, and that's so great. I mean, maybe you're happy when you're out of the town, just working, like playing with your dog. That's when you feel happy and successful. That's what you need to do. I mean, there are some people who make billions of dollars, and we call them successful. But do you really believe that makes them happy? I mean, you don't need that, all those dollars without being happy. So yeah, I mean, no one wants to be like me or Tat or anyone else. Just let's be ourselves, okay? We have our problems. We're not perfect. While working on Waikiki, we do so many mistakes, and yeah, but you just need to go on and have your bigger vision to why do you do this, and have fun. I mean, the having fun is important because you need to love what you're doing, and that's success. When you just have fun while you do whatever you do. Maybe you're an accountant, maybe you're building cities, whatever you do. I mean, yeah, I think that success is not something that you can share, and success is not something that you can learn from someone. Success is about accepting yourself and finding your way of being happy and successful.
That's right.
I totally agree, but I would only add one thing that I think really helps to build startups. It's persistence. So I'm a runner. Some of you know that I'm a runner. I love running. And I think that building a company, a startup, is like running a marathon. So it's a long run. It's not a sprint. It's not something that you will be doing for a short period of time. It all takes a lot of time, and you have to have the energy and persistence to be running for a really, really long time. So having good friends and good teammates really helps being on the run for a long time. That's one advice that I would give for startup builders.
Thank you so much.
That's a great advice. Thank you. I will take some of them, not all of them. So the money.
Yeah, but by the way, if you guys are right, if you guys are building startups, we have a startup club. You can see it on my profile. Come join us.
Right.
It was a small piece of advertising on Waikiki.
Finally it happened.
The only one. At least.
Okay, now we can't say that we don't do ads on Waikiki, Tat.
Right.
I brought.
You're already done.
Yes, please don't inform our community members because. Okay, let's go on.
Okay. So, what's your plan to make Waikiki bigger?
Make Waikiki bigger. I mean, I think you mean in terms of like number of community members.
Maybe the features. Maybe like that.
Well, in terms of features, we don't need to make it bigger. I mean, we try to keep it as simple as we can, but to make it useful for people. But sometimes, we need to add features when people ask. But in terms of community members, hey, just like we hate ads and we never do it on Waikiki, we also never advertised Waikiki. We never made any kind of marketing of Waikiki. Each and every single member of Waikiki community is here because one of the community members told to their friends about the app. This is word of mouth, and 100% of our community members found us because of their friends. Okay, we don't even have this invite friends button in the app, right? This is part of our philosophy. Like we want our community to be happy with the app. We want to make the app better for the community, and people, when they're happy with the app, they want to talk about it with their friends. That's how Waikiki grows, and that's what happened till now. So probably we will make some, add some features to grow even faster, but this is not the focus for us. We just need to build a better app for our community members, and they will do the rest, because so far it worked for us. We've never tried to bring more people on Waikiki. People did.
Great.
Sure. Okay, great. So I think we are done with the questions, but would you like to add anything? Maybe a message to the community members? Guys or Mary? Who would like to start?
Let's give Mary a chance.
Definitely, yeah. I just wanted to say that we can answer a few questions of people that write in the chat right now. Maybe we can take a few questions before we finish, just so you know. But please, Sam and Haf, you choose questions. Okay, if you see something you want to ask, just read it. Couple questions more, and yeah, Mary, do you have something to say to the community?
Yeah, I'd like to say something to our community members. We were discussing dreams that we have. So I think that one of my dream, and not just mine, but I can say on behalf of all Waiki team members, our dream is to provide our community members with a better experience on our platform. And in particular, it relates to the way people help each other on Waiki. It would be great if quite all of us, being active community members, would be able to help at least one person a day here. If we really can do this in terms of sharing advice, or maybe help in terms of depression, loneliness, solitude, etc., so it would be really great to see the way people make happy each other each and every day on Waiki. So my message is about just try to be useful, try to be helpful. And if you see a person who really needs your help right here on our platform, please do this, because it's really important for both the founders of Waiki and all the Waiki team members to realize the way our community members help each other here. So I think that is my brief message to our community.
Thank you, Mary. I have one question here. It's from Ash. He's asking which programming language Waiki is built on. I think this question is for Tat, maybe.
I think it's more for me. We use many technologies to build Waiki. Waiki is a pretty complicated platform, but the main programming language is Python. And for database, we use MongoDB, if that helps. Yeah, and if you guys have more questions about technology, you can message me personally. We can chat about it.
I saw while you were.
I can't move it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just saw a question about posted a few times about the headphones, wireless headphones on Android. We are going to fix that pretty soon. I think in the next couple of weeks. I also saw the question about auto bans, when people get banned before, because a few members reported their content. That thing is going to change dramatically in the coming week or two as well.
All right, let me answer another question that I saw a few times in a row. So there were people who were asking, like, can Waiki team read your personal messages, or is Waiki safe, and that kind of questions. Guys, this is like personal information of our users is a total priority for us. We cannot, team members do not have access to your personal chats, and this is really safe, and this is our priority. We are here not to read someone's questions, but to help people feel safe and meet their friends. So yeah, I mean, we've put a lot of energy to make to build Waiki safe, even in terms of internal use of the product for Team Waiki. So yeah, you're safe, guys.
And I also saw the question about editing topics. We're thinking about giving an opportunity to edit the topic within, say, 1 minute after posting, so that you could edit the typos, for example.
Okay. Here's someone asking how to be a moderator.
Just be a good user, help other people, and we will notice you. And also we have, when you go to community guidelines, there's a link to moderator rules. And then there's a link to apply to be a mod. Please apply there. We review the applications periodically and once in a while take batches of mods.
Okay. So before the closure, Mary?
Sorry for the interruption. I also ran across a question about Bluetooth. So people ask, the voice calls don't support Bluetooth. Is that possible to change that?
Yeah,
How would you answer this question?
Yeah. As I said, it doesn't work on Android only, and it will be fixed in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
Great.
I'm on Android and I use wireless headphones, so I need that feature as soon as possible.
Okay. Then we'll build it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well,
okay.
Looks like it took us 1 hour and 5 minutes, right? 1 hour. Yeah, I wanted to say thank you to all of you. You spent your 1 hour of your precious time of your lives. Thank you so much for being with us. We're really happy to have this kind of community, guys.
No, thank you.
Yes, and I wanted
to talk to the founders of some app.
I wanted to thank you, organizers, for doing this, Sam and Haf. I don't know your name, but I really wanted to thank you and Mari as well for and the leader of the club for organizing this. I know that it's not cool that not everyone can switch on the microphone. So thanks to people who are listening for your patience. We will leave now, and you will finally be able to switch your microphones on and talk to each other.
Yeah, thank you for your time, really. Okay, before the closure, Mary, I was wondering, why do you call yourself a community happiness manager?
Yeah.
Thanks for the question. It's rather exciting to answer this. Well, to be honest, first we thought that I would be just a community manager and that's it. So without the word happiness. But after a careful discussion with Tat, we concluded that the word happiness would be very symbolic for us. So that means that I'm just a person who tries to spread happiness together with masterminds, with all people who try to make our community better. So by answering your question more separately, perhaps that was a mutual idea of both Tat and me. And it's like a symbol and a North Star to make our community happier. I think so.
So nice, really. Like,
yeah.
Sam, we can't hear you.
Well.
Yeah, it looks like Sam has some problems with the... Yeah, Sam, we can't hear you, sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, Sam.
So, huge thanks to the founders of Wikipedia for answering all our questions. It's really awesome. And for the interview and for the app where we feel like home. Hope that we will go on this tradition and make more awesome interviews in the nearest future.
Let's do that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thanks to you for your engagement.
Thank you, guys.
And for your great interviews. I'd like to make a brief announcement.
We really love all of you.
Thank you, guys. If you don't mind, I'd like to make a brief announcement in terms of the upcoming event. It will be held on Sunday, on the 29th of April. It will be a musical concert on Wickey that is going to be organized by Masterminds, by Glitzy and her friends. So feel free to join us on Sunday in Wickey Events Club. We are going to send messages with more detailed information about this. So tomorrow morning, you will get more detailed messages from this event. Feel free to join us and enjoy.
I'll be there.
Okay, can't wait to see you in.
Okay.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. Have a good night, and we'll hear you very soon.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Bye, guys. Have a great day. Bye.
You too. Okay, thank you everyone for your attention. See you around, Ricky family.